And here, of course, with the latest international film and TV news is Arise correspondent Judita da Silva, who joins us live from London. Hello, Judita.
How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you, and I'm really excited. Can I get a word in before I ask her my first question? Go ahead.
Hey, Judita, how far now? What's going on?
Just we're in these streets trying to make things happen.
Okay, I see that there was a dress code. You guys are giving them black and white.
Yeah,
right? I was gone for just a week. I started planning.
She missed the memo.
No. I'm back now. All right, so let's go straight to the first question. The 77th Emmy Awards, that was last night. And it was a winning night for Netflix and their limited series Adolescence, which of course was co-written and starred Stephen Graham, who took home a lead actor trophy, as well as several others, didn't he? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, like this was almost a clean sweep for them. They were nominated for 13 awards. And when you think about it, this is just a limited series, just a few, was it up to 8 episodes? I think it was 6 episodes.
It was 6 episodes,
and
yeah.
No, wait a second. Adolescence was about 4 episodes. I'm just playing it through my head. It was one take for every episode. It was only like 4 or 6 episodes. And it was nominated across the board in both craft and talent categories. And it managed to get lead actor for Stephen Graham, best supporting actress for Erin Doherty, best supporting actor for Little Owen Cooper, best director for Phil Barantini, best writer for Jack Thorne and Stephen Graham, because they co-wrote it, best limited series, and a couple of others. So when it comes to every significant category, this series won it. So you could even see the camera panned to Ted Sarandos of Netflix, and he was grinning from ear to ear, because this is one that has been on every journalist's and critic's radar since it popped on Netflix way back when.
Okay, so the UK is really celebrating Graham's win and the series and the news and on social media. So what is it about Stephen that makes him so well embraced by UK audiences?
See, you know that there's a thing about how you juxtapose the UK and America. The UK is very much about authenticity, people who come from nothing, true grit, being just never drinking the Kool-Aid. Stephen Graham is like the quintessential embodiment of that. Because if you look at Adolescence, Stephen Graham has worked with every big name in Hollywood, but he comes back to England, minds his business, pays his taxes, loves his family, goes to work. He set up a production company back in his hometown with his wife, and it was through that production company they made this series. They cast from blind casting to get the Owen Cooper. This was his first job. He got it from the audition, and he ended up with an Emmy. And every time he talks to Stephen Graham, I'll even tell you this, when I interviewed him for Arise, I remember that I got this the interview slot, and this guy, I have followed him since he first broke out on Shane Meadows' This Is England. And I have seen every film he has made, and he doesn't miss. And he's so down to earth. And I literally had to beg Netflix. I said, I will do anything. I'm meant to be on a flight to Budapest. Just give me a slot where I can do this interview. I'm begging you. I made a fool of myself. And they said, don't worry. They got me in, and I told Stephen that listen, as a journalist, you have to be objective, but I really rate you as a talent. And that's how the UK feels. So just look at social media. It feels like everybody knows him personally, and they've taken this win to heart.
It's like your uncle next door wing and all that. I remember listening to his speech. He said, I can't believe I'm here, just a child from a block of flats living in Kirby. A very full circle moment there, Judita. But let's talk about, the night also making history at the Emmys, because 2 particular award winners became first for the 77-year-old award ceremony. So talk to us about that. What was it exactly?
Yeah, so Owen Cooper, who we're just discussing, became the youngest actor at 15 years old to win supporting actor in a limited series. Before it was held by a 16-year-old, he's broken that record and made history. And also Tremel Tillman, he became the first ever Black actor to win in his category for his performance on Severance. And if you haven't watched Severance, trust me, this man is a scene stealer. And when you just look at the 2 of them, very similar stories where they've gone from nothing to something. They're the kinds of people that would otherwise be overlooked. And in their speeches, it was just family, and love, and that I'm just so grateful to be here. Tremel Tillman was just gushing about his mom, and it was 2 feel-good moments to know, like, these are the kinds of people making history.
Okay, so Tremel Tillman's speech touched a lot of hearts because he attended the Emmys ceremony with his mother. And dedicated his win also to, her in a special way. Like, was that more like him doing that from bottom of his house? Like, mom sees with me, let me just do it because of my mom is here.
Ikenna, you basically need to be ashamed of yourself because that's just too cynical. I'm actually, you're on the naughty step. Do not speak for the next 10 seconds and think about what you did. It was very sincere because he said that he just started with a quote and everybody was like, where's he going with this? Where's he going with this? And after he finished it, he goes, my first acting teacher was my mum because she was the one who gave me advice that I hold dear to me to this day. And when nobody else believed in me, she believed in me. And when you just see her, everyone from the Severance cast just turned and smiled to her. So you can tell that he really gasses up his mum when it comes to his story. And you just think about all the stories we hear about great actors that never make the big time, all the amazing talents we might never have found. Jamel Tillman represents that because if you watch Severance, the first thing you say is, where has this actor been? And we know there is a gap in the industry that has been left by Will Smith's faux pas. Everyone's jostling to find who's going to be the next great actor because we've got Denzel talking about retirement. There is a path clear. Who's it going to be? And now Jamel Tillman has been announced as, I'm a contender as well.
Definitely. Well, I need to get on that Severance train. I can't believe that I still haven't finished the first season, but I will adjust. I don't know, worry, I promise you. But let's talk about, of course, Netflix did have a lot to celebrate, but Apple TV Plus also had a lot to celebrate thanks to the original series The Studio, created by and starring Seth Rogen, because not only did the show break the nominations record, it also broke the record for wins, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It got 23 nominations and walked away with 13, which is the most ever wins collected in a single night. And it's like this series, The Studio on Apple TV Plus, it kind of goes behind, like a fly in the wall, going behind the scenes of the bowels of what makes Hollywood work. Yeah. And because it's had such a host of stars, people just kept cringing, thinking, oh my God, is this real? And because you had someone like Seth Rogen, who's kind of known about, I'm not ashamed to just go there and say it, that really attracted people to this series. And it's a massive win for Apple because when you think about streamers and award ceremonies, the first word is Netflix. The last word is Netflix. Apple is letting people know that, take it easy, we're coming.
Now, so what do you think it is about series, or the series rather, The Studio, that impressed the voters of the Emmys so much?
I think it's because of who was in it and the way it was written. Because when you have a series that has the like of Charlize Theron, Martin Scorsese, Ron Howard, and they're all in on the joke. They're willing to do embarrassing things, act in embarrassing ways, but just speak to the mechanics and politics of Hollywood executives and how this horrid little machine creates all the magic that we love. That kind of universal complicity and wink, wink, we know that this is all true. It's kind of like the community coming together, giving a slap on the back to Seth Rogen saying, yeah, good one.
Definitely adding that to my list. But let's move away from the Emmys and back to festival season. The new musical Kiss of the Spider-Woman, starring Jennifer Lopez, had its premiere and you attended the press conference. So what did she reveal about the making of this particular film?
Yeah, so this was adapted from a very famous, award-winning Broadway musical. And when we're kind of asking her questions in the press conference, it was her, Bill Condon, who wrote and directed it. You'll know him as he directed Dreamgirls, and he co-wrote Chicago. So he's known as the Hollywood movie musical director. And Tonna Tu, who plays the lead actor. And she was saying that when it came to the film, what you'll notice when you see it is a lot of those big dance numbers were one take. Because what Bill Condon had told her is that he was glad she took the part because he wanted her, because as a singer, when you get on stage, you hit the mark and you just perform the song. If your costume falls off, you keep going. If your shoe falls off, you keep going. If you fall off the stage, you keep going. She knows how to perform in one take, and he wanted to capitalize on that because they had her for a limited time and they had a limited shoot time. So we were all very surprised that, for as elaborate as the set pieces are, she was asked to go into live music mode and just run the entire number. And that was very impressive.
concerts over the years.
Okay, so like in what is shaping up to be another competitive award season, does Jennifer Lopez have a chance of being one of the contenders with this musical? I feel like she's not really had a blockbuster in some time. Like, do you feel like she has a chance?
Okay, so cast your mind back to when she had the film Hustlers. And everyone started saying, oh my gosh, Jennifer Lopez is going to get nominated for an Oscar. And then she didn't get the nomination. And then us at Arise, we were kind of like, wait, did we miss something? And so we watched the film and then watched the film again. I was like, are we missing something? But what had happened is the film debuted at Toronto Festival and a couple of journalists just hyped the performance. And that's the power of festivals. That caught wind. She got a Golden Globe nomination and people just started going with themselves. But it didn't translate to an Oscar level performance. Yeah. The thing about Kiss of the Spider Woman is it's like gravy on a plate for Jennifer Lopez, similar to what Selena was for her. It's a musical. Yeah. It's about a Latina star. It speaks to Latin culture. It is a decorated musical from Broadway. If you're going to slam dunk anything, you're going to slam dunk this. And from seeing it, I do believe she's going to come away with at least a Golden Globe nomination in the comedy musical category because she's solid. I don't know if it will go as far as Oscars because we have to see how the rest of the year shapes up. We know we've got Wicked coming up and other films, but I rate this more than I did Hustlers, and I think she should be able to secure something at the Golden Globes. Whether it will be a win, I don't know, but she will have a presence on the award scene.
All right, fantastic. Our international correspondent there, Judita Da Silva. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Our very own movie series aficionado. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we'll see you again tomorrow.